A small town in Oyo State called Ado-Awaye is actually a place that has a lot of mysterious things, and I have 7 of them that I'll be talking about today. A lot of people have made this place a tourist attraction because of its wonders, and it's highly mysterious because you will just have to wonder, how did this come in place? And it is even in existence till today. Before I even delve into the facts or the basic things about it, let me talk about its history. According to Atabo, who is an adventurer, he actually told us that this town has been founded since 1500 AD. And though, based on the history, we got to know that the king, Alaafin of Oyo at that time, is as a crown prince that is supposed to be the Alaafin of Oyo, who is known as Koyi. But Koyi was deprived, and the Alaafin was given to his brother called Onigbogi. And for that fact, he got angry and decided to take one of the crowns of his father and headed out to Ota, which is his mother's hometown. But on his way going, he actually came upon, he was actually trading on the underground, and he came up about a particular place that is called the Ado Hill. Getting there, he was like, okay, he saw a smoke and he wanted to see what is going on there. At the point he got there, he met with several people, escapees from the Dahomey War, and these people just had to, interact with him, and at the end of it, they actually came to a conclusion, and Koyi became the king, the first Alaafin or king, let's put it king, of Ado-Awaye, and that is the inception of the town. So that is not why we're here to talk about the 7 mysterious facts that you need to know about this small town in Oyo State. A lot of people don't even know about it. This is Lifestyle Show brought to you by Uzamia Television, and be here to subscribe to the channel. Do that right now. Make sure you watch this video to the end because you'll be learning 1 or 2 that you can also pass to the coming generation. So here are the 7 mysterious facts about Ado-Awaye. The first is the IYAKE Lake. IYAKE Lake has been seen to be the 2nd suspended lake all over the world. The only one we ever known of is the Colorado Angino suspended lake, and we got to know that out of the 7 wonders of Nigeria, this IYAKE Lake is part of it. Amazing. A lot of people don't even know about it. You see, this IYAKE Lake is actually one of the 2 that we have in the whole world, like I earlier said, and it has in it a very, very, very deep bottom. It was even noticed that if anybody gets into this lake, just to make sure they want to know the depth of this lake, then they don't even come out alive. So the villagers of this area, Awaye villagers, they already know that there's nobody that can get into this lake and come out alive, so they don't even step in further. And they also see this particular lake as the major god of fertility of the mountain, and they worship this lake. That is not all. They also think that there is another place under this particular lake that is more or less like the normal earth we are living in. And for that fact, they believe that anybody that goes into the water and does not come back is starting a new life under the lake. Isn't that amazing? Next, we have another mysterious fact, which is the fact that we call Agbomo fun Iyake. That is just literally translating to giving a child to Iyake, collecting a child and giving it to Iyake. They said that particular part of this particular lake, there is a small hole, and this hole has in it water only occasionally. Whenever there is water in that hole, if you just feel okay, let me just go there, and stepping your foot there, then the lake is dragging you inside, and that's the end of the person. So it tends child and give it to Iyake, more or less like a sacrificial worship or something like that. Next, we have Iyalaro Lake. It is also part of this Ado-Awaye village. It's another lake on this Ado-Awaye mountain. There is a particular woman, and the lake was named after her, that is called Iyalaro. Iyalaro is known to always go to this lake to make sacrificial worship to this lake at a particular point in time in every year. So when Iyalaro demised and a lot of people just felt they should continue worshipping this particular lake, they tend to name it Iyalaro Lake. This particular part of the lake has some level of gloominess that is surrounded with it, with a lot of lush vegetation, actually beautiful vegetation surrounded around this Iyalaro Lake. We also have another mysterious fact on this Ado-Awaye town, and it is called Oke Ishage. You see, this Okeishage is seen to be the bringer of rainfall. When the people of Ado-Awaye did not see rain and they're clamoring for rain, they just reach out to the chief priest. The chief priest then heads to the Okeishage and he takes a white cloth and wrap it around the waist of this rock. And believe me, the rain comes and it rains for 3 to 4 days non-stop. That is how mysterious and how powerful this environment is. One other thing that tends to amaze a lot of wanderers or adventurers that goes to this lake is the fact that this particular Okeishage is just hanging on a small stipper that you feel like it will fall off, but it has never at any point fell off. And it is just a very small boulder, and it has never fallen off. That is extremely mischievous, and every other person cannot just seem to phantom the reason. That is why I will tell you that beyond this world, there are extra supernatural happenings in this world. Next, we have the fact that we call this one Ese Anwagba. That is the footprint of the elders. That is what they call him. The people of Ado-Awaye believe that at a point in time, the gods visited the mountain and their footprint is still on the mountain till date. So if you go to Ado-Awaye, you will always see the footprint very, it's very, very bold. And seeing it, you will know that, of course, this is something that was more or less like, imprinted into the mountain. And they believe that it was when the people were actually seeking refuge and they went to the top of the hill, then the gods came down to protect them. Though they did not know when the gods came, but they saw the footprint of the Agba. That is Ese Anwagba. Arinibibai. Do you get it? Another thing is the elephant form or elephant shape that is being seen, elephant tree, let's call it that way, that is being seen on this lake. It's actually quite funny how this whole thing make up, because it is just like a branch of tree that fell off and started molding itself, bringing itself to now give us a form of an elephant. It's looking more or less like the head of an elephant, the trunk, everything is very, very obvious, and it is just a compoundment of several trees that fell down. And it is very, very strong that a lot of people, tourists, adventurers, whenever they go there, they always fight to go climb the hill just because they want to sit on that elephant trunk or the elephant head and take pictures. Very, very, it's very, very mysterious. And the last on the list is the Esekwaye, Esekorun. I don't even know how to translate that one, but I feel literally, let me just translate that. One leg I am earth and one leg heaven. Don't mind me, actually. This is actually a very narrow path, and it is the one that actually differentiates a particular lake point to another lake point. So it only takes a very brave tourist to pass through it, because that place is like Esekwaye, really. It's very narrow. It's just one chance to your death and one chance for you to be alive. Very, very funny. So, but we have a lot of brave adventurers that would say, no matter what, I will do that. And they've actually climbed it, they've seen it, they've passed it, and they've survived it. A lot of people don't survive it though. So now we need to now talk about the king or the monarchical system of this environment. It was learned that after 34 years of vacancies, no monarch, no king, nothing, then we just crowned a particular person, the Alado of Ado-Awaye. And who is the Oba Ademola Folakomi Makule Doye too. And he actually said when he was having an interaction with the newsmen that we should value our culture and the tourist system. He said in his word that before we used to have agriculture, cocoa and the likes being the source of income for the country. But it got to a point that we forgot about it. Next we move on to crude oil, and crude oil is gradually leaving us. But when we talk about tourist or tourist environment, it does not leave. It's always there. So we just need to build our tourist environment to make Nigeria a better place. And aside that, this place is actually a very good place. You should visit one of those. It has a lot of teachings that you would also wonder, why is it this way? Don't worry, when I'm going there, I'll take you along. Until next time, we'll be talking about something amazing. I remain the only success sugar mommy of Lagos. I am Miko, taking you to the best of lifestyle tips on this platform. If you have to subscribe to that right now, make sure you're sharing this because it is very, very educative.